How soap destroys the coronavirus. Let us start this discussion remembering Dr. Ignace Semmelweis, who discovered the importance of hand hygiene. We all should remember to wash our hands with soap and water for at least 20 seconds. Today, the entire globe is struggling to deal with the greatest pandemic of the century, COVID 19. Why there is no antiviral drug so far, in spite of the ordinary soap destroying the coronavirus? This is the genuine question of the layman during these pandemic days. To answer this, we need some basic knowledge on the following aspects of biological sciences. We all know that cells are the fundamental units of life. Only cells can produce other cells, and these tiny objects represent the indivisible unit of life, just as atom is for matter, electron for electricity, and the quanta for energy. Living things can be unicellular like bacteria or multicellular like humans. Cell membrane. Cell membrane is the boundary between life and death. Living cells are protected from the non-living environment by a lipid bilayer membrane. So, studded on the surface of this membrane are large molecules of folded proteins with grooves and valleys on them. They are called the receptors. These receptors act as door guards to the cell and decide which molecule should go inside and which go outside. Entry and exit are possible only if the geometry of the prospect enters and exiters match and fit in the grooves and valleys on the surface of the receptors. Once in a while, a bacteria or virus may gain entry by fooling these receptors by mimicking the geometry of certain allowable food molecules, just as the terrorist entering the army camp in army uniform. So in this diagram, we can see that the cell lipid membrane is having two layers. This is first layer and this is second layer. So these pink dots are the phosphate ends. Actually, this lipid membrane is composed of phospholipids. So phospholipids, in which phosphates are the water-loving part or the hydrophilic part of the plasma membrane. So which are represented as blue dots, while the green inner part is the lipid part, which are hydrophobic or the lipophilic part of the plasma membrane. So also on the surface are these studded receptors, and projecting from the surface of this plasma membrane are the membrane receptors. So now we will see some basic differences between bacteria and viruses. So there are useful as well as harmful bacteria and viruses. Bacteria are single-celled living organisms in different shapes. They can live and reproduce both inside and outside the host cells. But virus can do the reproduction only inside a host cell. In that sense, they are like non-living particles outside a cell. So further, bacteria use their own enzymes to complete life cycle, whereas a virus hijack and co-opt the host enzymes and its machinery for life and reproduction. So antibiotics, they are usually targeted against bacteria. So antibiotics specifically target the bacterial enzymes without spoiling the host enzymes and destroy the bacteria. But any drug targeting viral replication may harm the host machinery also. For this reason, viral diseases are only manageable to a certain extent, like diabetes, and this is how the AIDS patients prolong the normal life. Now we will see in detail the structure of coronavirus. So viruses have a simple structure compared to bacteria. Coronavirus are round enveloped viruses. So this is the structure. Envelope means they have a protective bilipid membrane around them. And also based on the genetic material present on the virus, viruses are classified as either RNA viruses and DNA viruses. So coronavirus is a RNA virus. So surface of this envelope, that is in the surface of this bilipid plasma membrane, there are certain membrane proteins. So there are three types of membrane proteins on the surface of coronavirus. They are the spike protein, which is represented by S, membrane protein or M protein, and envelope protein or E protein. Just a word about the spike protein. This spike protein is important because this is used in many of our vaccinations like Covishield for stimulating immunity. So the most effective countermeasure for viral disease is to stimulate the human immune system for producing antibodies to combat the virus. So this is the principle of vaccination. A mild form of the viral disease is stimulated in our body by way of injecting a weakened form of the virus or its spike protein. And the T cells in our body recognizes these handicapped invaders and get combat ready for the real invasion in due course. Polio, smallpox, yellow fever and COVID-19 are dealt in this way. So now we will see how soap is an effective sword against the virus. The answer to this question lies in the structural similarities of the soap and the lipid cell membrane. Here we can see that just like the plasma membrane, soap also has a hydrophilic and a hydrophobic part, or lipophilic or the lipophobic part. That is, one end favors water and hates lipid and can easily attach to water molecules, and that end is called hydrophilic or lipophobic end, and the other end of soap molecule behaves just the opposite way. That means hydrophobic or lipophilic. So now just try to recollect that lipid bilayer membrane with its phospholipid molecule, which do have two ends, that is a hydrophilic and a hydrophobic end. So if we try to understand the action of soap on the dirt on our cloth or skin, it will be easier to visualize soap shattering the viral structure beyond redemption. So this dirt actually is a greasy or a oily lipid-like particle stuck to our body or skin. Water alone is insufficient for removing it because of its hydrophobic nature, because this dirt does not dissolve in water because it is hydrophobic. So what happens when we mix soap and water? The double-headed soap molecule start its action. The lipophilic end of the soap surround and attach the greasy dirt. So this is the lipophilic end that will attach the greasy dirt, while the hydrophilic ends are pulled and attracted towards the surrounding water molecules, removing it from the cloth as a rounded micelle, just like it is shown in the diagram. So just try to visualize it by replacing the dirt molecule with a coronavirus or any other virus. Molecule of soap act like crowbars, the lipophilic end penetrating the viral membrane, dissolving it, and the virus falls apart like a house of cards and dies, or rather become inactive, or viruses aren't really alive. So one mechanism is it engulfs the virus and removes as such. The other mechanism is that the soap molecules will wedge in between the lipid membrane of the virus, and this will cause a break in the envelope protein of the virus, and the genetic material of the virus is thrown out of the virus and the virus dies. So disinfectants or liquids containing alcohol and soap have a similar effect but are not as good as regular soap. Antibacterial agents in those products don't affect the viral structure much, but these are useful when water and soap are not handy, as in a car. Your hand getting contaminated with coronavirus does not necessarily mean that you are infected. Infection occurs only when the virus gain entry into the mucous membrane surfaces on our body, like the nasal mucosa or the oral mucosa. You may now wonder why the soap is not rupturing the cell membrane of our hand, which is frequently subjected to 20 seconds of hand wash based on WHO guidelines to stay safe from coronavirus. Because On the surface of our skin, there is a layer of dead cells, and this layer of dead cells protect the rest of our inner side, not only during hand wash but also during a bath. Soap is sodium dodecyl sulfate, which is the active ingredient in soap. Actually, that sodium dodecyl sulfate is an irritant if it is concentrated enough, and it can even burn our skin, and also it can also destroy the virus. So, how it removes the bacteria? So, on the surface of this dirt, there will be multiple bacteria started also. So, when the whole soap removes the dirt, the virus is also carried along, the bacteria is also carried along with the dirt. So, for the mechanism to function effectively, proper rubbing between hands for an adequate amount of time is important. Hand washing should be done for at least 20 seconds. And cleansing activity of soap increases if we use warm water, but it is not recommended as frequent use of warm water can damage our hands. Soap and sanitizers are also effective, but washing hands with soap and water is considered as a gold standard. In the wake of corona pandemic, hand washing was adopted quite recently as a foundation of everyday hygiene, and we started this discussion paying tribute to Dr. Ignace Semmelweis, the Hungarian physician who hailed the same long back in 1840s. He discovered that if doctors washed their hands, far fewer women died after childbirth. At that time, microbes were not widely recognized as vectors of disease, and many doctors ridiculed his views of personal hygiene and patient death. Ostracized by his colleagues, he was eventually committed to an asylum where he was severely beaten by guards and died from infected wounds. Salute to that great visionary in the midst of mass hand wash centuries beyond. Thank you.